Well, I'm getting ready to start building a 3-string cigar box guitar resonator using this Hubcap Resonator cone from cbgiddy.com. After going through some of my boxes to find a box for this larger size resonator cone, which is a little over 6 inches, I found this really nice Cohiba box right here, which I think will be a good size box for that size cone. This Cohiba box is almost 8 inches wide, and the Hubcap Resonator cone is a little over 6, so that gives me enough room on both sides of the cone. And also, if I do decide to put the cover on the cone, I still have plenty of room on both sides for that. And it also gives me room up here for a sound hole or 2 sound holes, and maybe even a pickup at the top. So that's the box we're going to use. Now I'm going to mark it to cut this hole. You can see here on the template there's sizes for the 3 different size cones that they have, and this one here is the larger cone here. So what I did was I took this little compass and I put it right in the middle of the template, and I marked it for the larger cone on the end there. And then I took my box and marked it in the center where I want the cone to go in, and I'm going to put my compass right here in the middle of this little X, and I'm going to draw my circle. Can't see it really good because the pencil is kind of light, but I can make it out there pretty good. Now we're going to cut that hole out. Now there's probably a few ways you could cut this round circle out of this box, but what I'm going to do is cut a hole or drill a hole in the top of the box here, and then insert my saw blade from my very dusty, dirty jigsaw. And then try to cut along the inside of the line that I marked so I could get a good tight fit with the resonator cone. Well, let's see how bad we did. Well, how did I know that was not going to fit? It's okay, because we're going to use a file, and we're going to file it down little by little till we get that to fit in just right. Well, I went around the inside of the hole with this round file and then some sandpaper, and I got the cone to fit in nice and snug. Looks pretty good from the inside. Now, I kind of like the resonators where you can see the cone like that, but if I do decide to use the cover, this little cover ring will go over the top like that, and then this cover will screw on the top like that, and it'll look like that. So I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do it, but that's how it looks so far. Awesome. Well, here's where I'm at right now with the box. I did cut 4 little sound holes there on the side of the cone here, and also put my hole for my volume knob, and also cut a hole out for a P90 pickup. But I'm going to also put a special finish on the box, so you will see that as soon as I get it done, so stick around. I have this resonator guitar completely finished, and I must say I have impressed myself. couldn't be happier with the way this thing came out. Just look at that thing. That thing is beautiful. I decided to use the cover. I think it looks good. I put a nice finish on it. It goes good with the black distressed look. And once the hole was in there and the cone was in, you just put the cover on and you just drill the holes and just add the little screws, which are provided in the cover package. Thank you, cbgiddy.com and Shane Spiel. Now, I built this thing on a 23-inch scale length. It's actually pretty loud too, acoustically. I've got it tuned to an open E. Now, the only issue I had, if you want to call it an issue, when I put the little biscuit bridge, which is right here, in there, I'll take it out of the package. Little biscuit bridge right there. You can see how thick it is, and it goes with this little bolt right there as your saddle. When I installed it inside here, it was a little too low. Maybe my strings are a little too close to the frets. Had a little buzzing up here at the top, so I had to lift this bridge up just a little bit. And the way I did that was I took some little pieces of wood that I had, cigar box inserts, a little piece of plywood, and I cut little circles out with this little hole saw there and tried to find the right size. You can see there are different sizes, and I was going to glue it. Well, I did glue it under this one right here, and it was actually this little thin piece of plywood here, which is the size that I used under this little biscuit here. I just sanded it down nice and smooth and glued it to the back of this, and then just inserted it in, and it made the action perfect. It sounds awesome. Cool. I also added a multi-wood fretboard to this guitar, which is walnut and oak on an oak neck. Thought that gave it a nice touch. And also a black chicken head volume knob, also from cbgiddy.com. I know what you're thinking. Looks pretty. What does it sound like? Now, a lot of times when I come into my shop, which is actually my garage, and the door's open right there, the big garage door's open, I always see this little bird flying in, flying out, flying in. It's about that big, and I'll see him on top of those cigar boxes right up there in the corner against that wall. And I started looking around over there, and I found a nest. Let's go look. Well, right up there, right there, is a little nest. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to put the camera up there to look in there. I haven't looked in there yet, so I'm going to use the camera to see if I could see inside the nest. And you guys will see it first. There it is, right there. Little nest right there. Is there any eggs in there? I can't see. I've got to stretch. Cool. Oh, check out that hat. Ah, little rascal. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on that little nest up there. Probably before too long I'll hear the little baby birds chirping up there. Oh boy. Well, let's see what it sounds like acoustically. I think it's pretty loud acoustically. Hope you can hear it over there. Now let's try it through the amp. I'm going through this line 6 amp behind me here. Clean channel, a little bit of reverb. Sounds awesome. Well, I think this thing came out absolutely beautiful. By the way, it is number 610. Sounds good acoustically and through the amp. But I'm interested to know what you think. Drop it down there in the comments. Well, the next resonator I'm working on is this medium cone right here. This one here was the large cone. This one is a medium cone. It's about 5 inches, and it's got this Blackbird Pies cover. Can't wait to do that. And I'm also working on this one, also from cbgiddy.com. Tampa Fad, the Smoking Rooster box. How cool is that? If you like cigar box guitar building and lesson videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up and do leave a comment. Again, I would like to thank Ben and the guys at cbgiddy.com and Shane Spiel for sending me these awesome cones to try out. If you would like to check out some of these resonator cones or any parts you need for your cigar box guitar, go to cbgiddy.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. Now would be a great time to hear my rooster. From the backwoods where we have bird nests in the shop, my name's Michael, and I'll see you in the next one.